hey. It's 95 degrees.
It's
It's 95 degrees. What's
Hello,
going
hello.
on?
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Queen of Wise Lounge. We have some guests here today. Introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Shamel Brown. They call me Slugs. You know, aka Brooklyn, New York.
Am.
All terrain from the BK, now in the BX.
Hey. Hey. Should I say more? What's going on out there, y'all? Today, we got a hot topic. A hot topic. That's what happens when you go live. We're going to talk about friendship, familyship, and relationship. And hell, we can talk about the ships that we selling on too. But today, we're going, if y'all got any questions, hit me up on my phone, my live, and we're going to answer y'all questions as we go. But, yeah. Go ahead, Waz. Who we got? Who's sponsoring us today, Waz?
Nah, her phone too.
Today we're sponsored by Raw Apparel.
Can't see it.
They're sponsoring us today.
Yeah. Looks nice.
Temporary setback. Hold on for a second.
That's good.
Now, whatever camera.
As long as y'all can hear me. Y'all can see me. You see me. Oh.
Hold on.
There we go. Why is this frozen?
No,
Okay,
it's not
good.
frozen. It's lag. Like
Okay.
when you do Facebook, it has
Yeah.
like a 3-second lag.
Okay.
Okay.
We good.
Okay.
Listen,
So-
we're being sponsored today by Royal Culture. My boy Richard. His last name is Walker. He has his own clothing line. Get out there and hold him down. As you can see, I got my whole panel. We ain't playing about that. You understand what I'm saying to you? Rich, thank you. We got you. I love you. And we're going to talk. All right?
Well, the first subject we're going to talk about friendship and what it means to each one of us. Friendship to me is sacred. It's like a bond. You know, you just can't make everybody your friend. Friend is, when it's sacred, your friends become family. And that's what that means to me.
I mean, to me, friendship is deep because that's like a person that you hold secrets with, a person that you tell anything to, you know? And when you need them, they there for you. And I just hold friendship real close. And Queen got like 20 years and strong.
Strong.
So you know.
For real.
Well, to me, friendship is it's a little different because before you become a friend, you are an associate. And to be a friend, you have to prove yourself. You have to prove yourself to me, and I definitely have to prove myself back to you. It's a two-way street, and it will be tested. And that's how you can tell who's really down for you, because when things are going good, yeah, everybody's going to be your friend because, you know, nothing's going on to test them, to test their character, to test their integrity, to test their true to test what it means to them. So yeah, friendship, that's something that has to be tested through time. And you have to stay consistent. Just like anything else. Just like you want someone to be there for you, you gotta be that same way because you only gonna get what you put out.
Okay. Well, me, when it comes down to friendship, my God, my friendship has been tested in so many ways. I always say, in order for you to be a friend, you have to learn how to be a friend to yourself. That's most important. And if you don't know how to be a friend to yourself, you can't be a friend to anybody. I have been in rooms where my friends' names were mentioned, and I held it down and never had to let them know that I held them down. You understand? The person who I held them down to, they gonna reveal themselves to my friend because they gonna wonder, wow, I wonder if Queen said something. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because one thing about people, they can only hide for so long. They can only hide their true self for so long. You understand what I'm saying to you? So that's my definition of a friend. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off by saying this. I'm gonna give a little what happened to me a while ago. I had somebody that I held dear to my heart that, you know, when they stabbed me, I promise you, that shit took the air out of my lungs because I would never have thought that this person would do me like that. Then I had to realize, yo, check this out. Everybody ain't like me. You understand what I'm saying to you? Everybody is not like me. Because I'm that friend that you call, I don't care who it is and what you're going through. It's something about me with chicken. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to show up with a bag of chicken. We're going to fry it up, and we're going to talk about it. Just like they said, ginger ale cures everything. That's how I feel about chicken. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because if somebody break my friend, male or female, we ain't got nothing to talk about. You understand what I'm saying to you? That's how I rock. You can't tell me nothing. If a friend made my homegirl cry, excuse me what I'm about to say, and she snot bubbled out, that man can't say nothing to me. He can't even hold a finger up like they do in church. We ain't got nothing to talk about. You understand what I'm saying to you?
That's like you said when me and wives are talking, how they feel when you ain't in the room.
Right.
They're gonna hold you back.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
If somebody hold you down, that's your friend. Man.
That's right.
You know what I'm
What
saying?
happened here earlier today, we was talking about something, and I stepped onto the back, and I hear Slugs telling Walter Ray, nah, that's why she did that, this and that, and the third. Then I shot out. I said, now that's how you supposed to do it. I ain't in the room. You hold me down. I mean, it wasn't nothing major, but it was just a principle.
Littlest thing.
It's the littlest things that count. Because we all 50 besides Slugs. You understand what I'm saying to you? It's hard to be trying to get somebody, some real loyal people nowadays. Because it just don't work like it did back then. So I'm going to give everybody a little chance to give a little scenario about what they've been through with a friend. You understand what I'm saying to you? That tested your faith. We start with you, Wise. Even though Wise today, I mean, it's our panel, it's our lounge and this and that. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to interview you too right along with everybody else. You understand what I'm saying to you?
And vice versa.
Exactly.
But I had a friendship that was tested. You know, like you said, this person didn't hold me down in the room. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I thought that me and this friend grew up from the sandbox. You know what I'm saying? Finger painting in kindergarten. And you know, like we did everything but cut each other's finger and rub blood together. You know, so and when he didn't hold me down in the room, it didn't make me hate him. It made me have disappointment. It disappointed me because I expect much better from that individual.
Yeah.
You know? And that's my experience.
Mel, you got something you
Well,
want
my
to say?
experience when I got real wrong, I had a friend that was like, you know, on the ground with me. We did things together that you wouldn't even imagine, right? And when we came up a little bit, it's like he taking food out of my mouth to feed somebody else, and you doing that behind my back. It's like wow. I mean, where we communicate at to do that? You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong. I don't see nothing wrong with helping somebody else that's in need. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But communicate that with your friends. So I feel like we on the same page with each other at some point. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, I just feel like he used me to come up. And once he came up, he disappeared. Like he spent off on me. And I feel like that wasn't my friend from the beginning. That was that was
Associate.
yeah, he was you, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a huge situation, but God is amazing. You know what I'm saying? You know, He
That's
do
right.
things that show you. He actually put things in front of you to show you who's who and what's what. You
Absolutely.
understand what I'm saying? That's why God is amazing, man.
Yeah.
Amen.
Real.
Yeah, you got that right.
Amen.
My man, what's the
Me?
bank?
Well, I really don't have it's my story is life. I don't really have a particular story. There's stories I can talk about where, you know, I was betrayed, I was let down, and I just look at people, and when I needed help, I'll say this, when I needed help from somebody, they came through. I don't want to talk, I don't want to be specific, but it was a lot of things that happened throughout my life. So I really don't have like a story, but there were times where people will show you who they really are. One time, I needed help, doing something. And I would call certain people, but, they would be like, oh, I can't do it right now, this, that, and the other. I called this one person. He dropped what he was doing and came when I needed him and showed up. And that's all I'm gonna say. But then you have your friends, like you say, I have associates and I got people who are friends. People who are friends are not actually the longest, time that I know them. Is what they show me about who they are that makes them a friend. I mean, I have some day ones, but like I said, every day is a test to see who's who because people change.
Yeah.
Sometimes
People
it
can
be
change.
sometimes it be the people that you probably just meet or a job you go to or wherever you met somebody
Yeah.
that ride with you.
That click.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Ride with you like how you want your friend, how you want your person that you call your friend
Yeah.
to ride with you. And you be like, how do I choose between that? How do I, you know what I mean? So, and Jennifer, if you want to invite somebody to your wedding and all that or whatever the case may be, you want to invite your friend, but what about that person that ride with you, that new person that ride with you?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like I said, there's certain people that come and go.
Yeah.
It's like
Seasons and seasons.
Every season, exactly what I was gonna say.
It's to me, it's more like it could be a win-win situation or it could be a lose-lose situation. You know what I'm saying?
I'm only dealing with win-win
And
situations.
I understand that, but that person that you expect to ride for you, that didn't ride for you, that's a lose-lose situation. Not for you, but for them, because you a loyal friend. It's their loss. It's not a loss for you. Then you can have that person, like you said, at the job that you just met, and y'all clicked,
Right.
and the friendship grew and blossomed. And then that's somebody that's gonna ride for you, and then in return you're gonna ride for them, which is a win-win.
That's right.
Yeah.
But then it's another thing I was just thinking about too, when it comes to friends, because like I said, it's a two-way street. And another thing you have to think about is, instead of thinking about yourself, what is that person going through that maybe they couldn't be there for you? Maybe they're going through their own trials and tribulations. We don't know. And sometimes a lot of us in the community, they may shun somebody because they didn't come through for them, but they won't go and talk to that person and say, hey, what happened? Was there something that happened between us? Like, how come you didn't, and maybe they had something going on that we wasn't privy to.
Right.
That's just another observation of like I said, being a two-way street, because not everybody's gonna be able to come through for you.
Right.
The same
At
way,
the time.
even the same
At that
way,
time.
Same way
if you
you
come through them.
Right.
It's
Right.
always gonna be something different, but not
Right.
all the time, bro. Like
Yeah.
every time I try to reach out to you,
You disappoint me.
disappoint me.
Yeah.
Like I need you, like you need
Yeah.
me sometimes.
Yeah.
We all human.
It's
And
And,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
even if, you know, people, they hear that word, I need you, it don't mean I could just need your ear. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you to
Yeah.
run. I don't need you to run to me right then and there. I could just need your ear.
The support.
Maybe something I you know. I feel I can't tell nobody. I need to talk. I need to
Right.
get this off my. I need to get this off my chest.
I got you. I need that type of friend that when I call them and I tell them, yo, listen, we need to go XYZ. I need them to tell me which car we taking. I don't need no back and forth. I don't need you trying to figure it out. And that's what I got in him, because I promise you, if I call Slug, he gonna be, so what we doing? It ain't never no, we gotta put out a whole blueprint. We ain't even gotta do none of that. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Man, I've been a rider to a lot. You understand what I'm saying? And I noticed, I know who my friend is. I you know what I mean? Like I could pinpoint who I could call my friend. You understand what I'm saying? Because I mean, at the end of the day, like Otaray said though, you don't know what a person going through. But damn, every time I try to reach out to somebody for something, it's like always an excuse. Like, you know what I mean?
But that's a whole different story.
Always.
That's why you gotta be like,
You can't consider that person a friend if they coming up short all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
That's a whole different story.
Yeah, you know, you gotta at least hit one out the park.
You even gotta think about the people that call you just to say, hey, how you doing? If you are right and good, I would just call and say,
I
hey.
stay on that.
You know what I'm saying? And that's important to me right there. People that just call me and say, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
I was thinking about
What
you
do
and
you
I
think
just
about
want to
me
call you
then,
and say,
though?
hey.
I'm talking about my friends who shit
Talk
with
about
you.
you too. Talk about you too. Call me on the goddamn
But see, that's another thing, you know, that's how you can tell who's real and who's not, because as time goes on, you'll know who's there, who's not, because a lot of people start to fade out, you know,
Yeah.
and don't get me wrong, you have people, you know, everybody's living their life. Like I said, we don't know what people are going through until we, you know, they say something. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what though, Walter, let me tell you something. Go ahead, let me let you finish.
No, go ahead.
You know what I got a problem with? When you the strong one. You understand what I'm saying to you? Oh, the strong one don't need to be checked on. Nah. If I'm the one that's always showing up, damn it, check on me.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying to you? Make sure the strong one get right. Check on me. If I come on, look for me.
Yeah.
If you see that, oh, Queen is always on deck, da 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 da, let me go reciprocate, get that back to her too.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying too? But if I gotta ask for it, don't fucking call me. Real talk. Don't call me. There's no need to, offer, do something. Cause I know how my heart is, but like I said once again, everybody ain't me.
Yeah.
And I gotta stop looking for me and other people. And accept people for who they are, because they're gonna show you just who they are. And you can't, see, sometimes you just can't change people.
Everybody really like can't ride that path. And when they can't ride that path, you gotta let them off at the next exit.
Shoot, my God.
You gotta let them off at the next exit. You know what I'm saying? Because you know they just holding space for somebody that could ride that path.
That's right. That's right. Okay, I guess we got that off the table about friendship. I hope y'all understand what these people are talking about, because if it come this way, we already done told y'all what was needed here. Now we're going to talk about family. My God.
I'm going to take a deep breath.
You want to take a deep breath? Everybody got to pray on that, right?
Yeah, because family is different, man. Family is just some, like people that you hold close to your heart, you know? And you know, in a situation like that with family, is like, how do you say, I'm going to cut off my family? Like, why?
Well, hold on now. It depends. Family ain't always blood.
And sometimes you got family that just don't. I want to make sure I use the politically correct words. That just don't want to be family.
And shit. Okay, wow.
That that just don't want to be family. I mean, we blood, you know, our DNA run through, you know, through the same turnpike,
Yeah.
but they just don't want to be family.
I think we all got people in
Yeah.
family that just don't want to be family.
Right. You know,
I mean, you know where that come from? that come from old trauma in the family. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of people have family members that, you know, was very disrespectful verbally, physically, you know what I mean?
Right.
Emotionally,
Right.
you know, things like that. And now that we are grown and we able to take care of our own self and do what we want to do, we don't have to answer to nobody. We just don't want to deal with that person no more as family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I guess that comes with that kind of energy. And then, you know, when people grow up, they got their own, they create their own little family.
Right.
We got our own husband, we got our own
wife,
kids,
yeah,
bills,
yeah.
everything. All, you know, like I don't have to deal with that. I got this to think about. I'm not stressing myself with that.
I was like,
You
I just
understand
think
what I'm
about
saying?
this.
Then I got to think about this. So, you know,
Yeah.
it's different situations. We all deal with that with family. You know what I'm saying? And then the only time they want to reach out is when they actually need you. You know what I'm saying? But then you want to distance yourself from me at a certain point, right? And then if you get hurt, and I'm the only person that matches your blood,
Yeah,
you need
yeah.
some blood.
You gotta-
I'm supposed to give you that blood. You know what I'm saying? You disrespect. Like you disrespect.
In my heart amongst hearts, not to cut you off, forgive me.
Yeah, that's a fact.
In my heart among hearts, I have to, you know, if I could save your life, if you're my family and I could save your life, and we never seen eye to eye while you was healthy, I'm still gonna do the right thing and give you some blood or donate something to you. You know what I'm saying? Some things you just have to push to the side.
Yeah.
It makes you the better man, better woman.
Right.
Well, let me talk a little bit on that because
Okay.
when you talk about family and like you said, growing up, a lot of these families have grown up in an unhealthy household. And it doesn't even, and when I say unhealthy household, you could have both mother and father in the household and still be unhealthy. You could have a single parent household and that doesn't help. But when you're growing up and you have your family, right? And for some reason, for whatever reason, you go at it with one of your siblings or maybe an older relative or whatever in the family. And as you grow up and you start seeing life the way it is, the one thing that a lot of us don't think about is time on this earth.
Yeah.
We are all going to die.
Yeah.
And sometimes a person that we had problems with, we will never have a chance to rectify the situation that was between us. And I'm a put it out here. Me and my brother was always butting heads when we were younger. I hated his ass, right? But you know, I'm very stubborn. I stopped talking to him. I was like, I don't want to have nothing to do with him. And you know what? As I started getting older, and as I started maturing, and as I started trying to fix what mental health things that were going on with me as far as, you know, just dealing with people, how to deal with people, and just life in general, I had to reconcile that relationship. And this happened like about, I'm not even sure, I would say about somewhere close to 7 to 8 years ago, where we actually, you know, started talking back, you know, and it was him that actually called me. And I was like, yeah, we good, you know, because I was like, whatever it is, it happened when we were kids. We older, we supposed to mature. And I mean, for a lot of people that read the Bible, if I'm not mistaken, as you're growing and maturing, you're supposed to leave childish things to the children and be mature and be a man or a woman. And that is one of the things that you have to think about when you're maturing. Like, what are some of the things that's going on with you personally? Are you just going to let that hang, or are you going to try to fix it? And that right there is like what a lot of us battle. Like, some of us don't even know what we're going through until we talk to somebody who is a professional to put a name on it. And that will actually help us heal. Because that's one of the things why I started the men's group, is because I want to have somewhere where men can come and talk about some of the things that either has happened or happening to them, so they could, like, you know, leave with a better heart. And then maybe they'll think differently about certain things. And when you're talking about family and how we haven't been able to communicate, or we had these issues, I think what we got to do is kind of sit down before it's too late, and you won't have that chance to discuss what's going on, because we need each other. We need each other. Family is family.
That's deep.
That's it, yeah.
And we need each other. So a conscious person who is thinking about trying to heal is they'll feel better and have less stress. And stress is a killer. I tell you, if you have somebody in your mind, you like, oh, fuck them, fuck this, fuck that. Stress is a killer.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised at what can come out when you reconcile with a family member or someone who befriended you for whatever reason. Now, it's up to both parties, but you got to remember something. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness is not for the other person. So if you can, like, get to that person and forgive them for whatever happened years ago and work it out, I'm telling you, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Some people,
Let me tell you.
it's hard for that.
Yeah.
You can forgive a person, but you don't gotta deal with them.
Oh, you can forgive a person, but you ain't gotta forget. You ain't gotta forget.
Don't never forget.
Shoot out.
Let me tell you something. My family, my mother is the oldest of 13. Yeah, my mom's is the oldest of 13.
Grandpa and grandma might not have no TV. They ain't have no TV, right?
Yeah, well, listen, they sure didn't.
That's
And
how
my
she
mother, my
Somebody had to
word, right? But that's why you know my mother could sing her ass off. And my mother was like the glue to her brothers and sisters. My mother will go to the trenches to make sure her brothers and sisters. My house, my mother's crib, we lived in pink houses, and they lived in houses. But everybody wanted to come over there to the projects. Everybody wanted to come to pink houses. Everybody wanted, because that's where the love was at. You understand what I'm saying to you? My mother would go down south, get a family, bring them up here. Everybody, we all living up here in the house. My mother showed them what family was all
My
about.
mother probably know my grandmother.
You understand what I'm saying to you? My mother was like this with her brothers. If they was out there fighting, you bet you could call my mother Edward Scissorhands, because little man was out there with them knives. She was fighting. She was about that life.
Your cousin. I heard that from your cousin.
And the sad thing about that is this. I picked up that trait. I'm always the one about family. I pick up the phone, I'm down, I'm trying to keep that unit together. So I'm telling my family, as of today, if y'all don't get y'all shit right with me, don't worry about me calling y'all. Let's work on everything I love, yo. I'm letting this, I'm getting peace and closure for myself, because y'all know, being my family, my mother got them from the mud to make sure we was good.
Yeah.
All her brothers and sisters. And nobody, they don't even check no more. They don't even check on their oldest sister.
Cause the head, you know what?
It's sad, but, you know, people just grow and they grow apart.
Yeah.
And they just don't know what that unity is all about no more.
Just to say hello, how you doing?
Say something.
You good?
Say something.
And you know she used to be the head.
You know she was ahead of everything. Shit, she was getting beat off this mother. You understand what I'm saying? She was ahead of the organization.
It's personal trauma.
Yeah.
Maybe like because your mother was the head You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They blame other people cause like they like why auntie was the head, why my mother wasn't the head, or you know what I'm saying, or why my mother wasn't this. So it's past trauma somewhere down that line for the reason why they might don't step up and say, hey, how you doing, auntie? Thank you, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of
Little
people
things
hold
go a
stuff
long way.
within. A lot
Things
of
go a
people
long
hold stuff
way.
within.
Yeah.
And like I said, if a person can't go talk to somebody and figure out what's right and wrong is wrong, they would never go forgive somebody else or say I'm sorry to somebody else, or you understand what I'm saying? Because you gotta forgive yourself within. So if you can't forgive yourself, you can't speak about what you're going through and let it out. You ain't gonna go to nobody else to say, I'm sorry, I apologize, and be the bigger person, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I should have been there for you, or whatever, how that may be. But
it's a little deeper. It's a little deeper issue, and I'll talk briefly on it. And I hear what you're saying, right? You got to think about the mentality of the people who are not there. What space are they in? Do they have the mentality to even do it? How's their mental health? How did they grow up? You know, they're probably living life the best way they can because that's the way they grew up. A lot of us in this community grew up out of, like I have to say, grew up out of violence. We grew up, the streets, the streets raised some of us, not our parents, so it's a lot of things going on with people in our community that make them a certain way where they probably don't even know how to approach, like you, me. They don't know how to approach us because they're so stuck on how they are living, and they don't know how to, how can I, because I'm sure they're thinking about certain things when it comes to,
a lot of people don't know how to address situations.
Yeah.
That's always
Yeah.
gonna be a thick
That's
thing.
always-
It's gonna be thick.
Yeah.
and that's the sad,
Family
that's
ain't
sad.
family no more.
Like
man.
the
We
mother,
all-
yeah.
'cause we
Yeah.
all, when Queen was trying to express, like we all grew up in one house.
Yeah.
Cousins, aunts, nephews, uncles,
Yeah.
whatever, grandmother, grandfather, we all grew up in one house.
Yeah.
The floor, the bunk bed, two at the
Two at the
foot,
foot,
two
three
at
at
the
the
head.
That's right.
I didn't want to sleep with John because he beat the bed.
bed. Right.
That's
That's
real.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Real.
Shout out to the Wu-Tang for that. Dude brought that back real good. But what I'm saying to you is that because when we had it like that, it was trauma all around. You know what I'm saying? One felt like the other one had more than the other one, or one was treated better, or you understand what I'm saying? It was like an aunt, maybe it was an aunt that was smart, and she went to school and got education, so her two kids always had fresh sneakers.
Always had the
and-
Jordans
you know what
when
I'm
they
saying?
came out.
Right. So it was
We
Now, we ain't had no Jordans when we was small. We ain't even had no, we had the 69s and all the Pro
Pro
Cats.
Cats.
You know,
Converse.
I'm metaphorically speaking right now.
Yeah, but like probably, like I said, two people out the family on Mother's Day good, and she always made sure her kids had the ones and the twos. So it was always like, why Queen always fly? Why she always got this and got that? You understand what I'm saying?
A spoiled ass.
Yeah, so because of that,
Yeah.
it's people you got some family members that didn't have and hold something against you because you was always fly and you don't even
You
know.
don't even know it.
You understand what I'm
You
saying?
didn't
Like
even know it.
you be
That's
like, why
true.
she act like that toward me? But until somebody could be real and speak about their past trauma,
Yeah.
then they could actually,
Yeah,
I gotta say
That's
something. Let me
that's
say,
something.
yeah, that's true. Let me tell you something. Shout out to the Griffins. I met them up on Putnam Avenue. Dante, Mooch, Gares L, Soul, Kia, Keith. There's a whole bunch of them. I love that family so much for their unit, for their unity. I was running around line saying my last name was Griffin because I swear to God, because they was unified. You understand? Up until today, excuse me, y'all. You know I love y'all. I ain't saying nothing back. They flew all the way to Atlanta to check on their cousin. And I watched that video 1,000,001 times and I said, damn, these brothers still got it. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't let their age change who they was. They still show love. And the other one's Mike and Tom. My bad. I got y'all. They big. But and they sisters and everything like that. But they showed me. They was the one that better they know than I kept me balanced. You feel me? They made me still have that hope on maybe one day my family will get right. You understand what I'm saying to you? But I thank y'all. I really do thank y'all, the Griffins.
It's all right to give people their flowers.
I got to. I got to give them their flowers.
Right,
Real talk.
Real
Word
talk.
to mother.
Yeah.
Damn it, that's all y'all flowers.
We're talking about it here.
That's right. All right, so on another note, unless y'all still want to talk about family, everybody
You know,
finished?
I just wish, you know, and a family saying, I just wish family was the same like back in the day. Even though we went through trauma and stuff like that, and with the family thing, it was just unity. Unity was what mattered in the family. The barbecues and the, you know what I mean, the block parties, the you know,
reunion.
just the unity, man.
Sunday
You know
dinner.
what? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that I hate right now. I don't want to use the word hate on this platform, but when it was somebody's birthday, we all got together and went to go represent that birthday.
Word to mother.
Now we got to text you happy birthday HBD on social media for, you know what I'm saying? To represent somebody's birthday. And I don't respect that. But at the end of the day, time changed, and I just wish we had that type of time. Let us all go get together and go show somebody some love for their birthday.
I just think that, and again, just want to piggyback off what you said. I just think that social media kind of screwed everything up.
Yeah.
You know, kind of screwed everything up. I'm like, even like the kids nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was growing up, Saturday, after you finish watching cartoons, you was outside.
Yeah.
Now all these kids want to do is
Be in bed all
Yeah.
day.
texting all day or playing on that PlayStation all day or on their iPads. And
Skelly.
nothing.
They
Never
know
know
about
about shit.
Skelly.
You know what I'm
Hot
saying?
piece of butter.
And
Right.
Something more.
And-
Hot scotch.
and then
Coke Olivia 1, 2, 3.
they got no hustle in them either because it just snowed. When it snowed, I grabbed my shovel when I was running around trying to get that bread.
Get that money,
You know what I'm saying? Now these kids, I'm like, yo, you ain't shoveling? Nah, I'm staying in the house.
Yeah.
Then you don't want no money.
Nothing.
Well, see, that stems from, you know, a different generation. You know, things are evolving. And I hear what you say about social media, but social media is a double-edged sword. You could use it in your favor, and it could be used against you. And I use it in my favor because, you know, me and my cousins, you know, that are here, because we used to have family reunions, used to have bus rides with the family, and the older generation is dying off. You know what I mean? So now it's up to us to continue these things that we were so used to our elders doing. Now we are the elders, so now we have to take everything and do
Relearn.
right. So
Expand it down.
I'm actually using WhatsApp to keep us our cousins together and adding more family members.
Right.
You know, so that we can stay in touch. You know,
I think every family has a WhatsApp group.
yeah. So social media it can work for you or it can work against you as far as raising your children. Yeah. You know, so a lot, like I said, it all stems from a lot of these households not being there for their kids because this kids raising kids.
Yeah.
And they can't raise them the way they should be raised. So that's a whole other story.
I knew it was
Yeah, that's a whole new topic
I
right
knew
there.
everything was different when the collard greens wasn't the same.
Oh man. Oh
When the
man.
collard greens wasn't the same at Thanksgiving, I already knew it
And
wasn't different. You know what I'm saying? You know,
There's
it's
no more.
real.
There's no more Big Mama.
Yeah,
Big
everybody
mama
has a
ain't
big mama.
saying
There's no.
Get
There's
that
no.
kiss on the
There's
forehead.
no more. There's no more Big Mama. You know.
Huh?
Wow.
My Big Mama with the nightgown and the furry slippers.
Right.
There's no more
Like
Big
I
Mama. It's
said,
like,
you know, evolution, man.
everybody's in that same category. The grandmother is maybe 14 years older than the child. The child is probably eight years older than this. It's no.
They smoking and drinking
Yeah,
with
yeah,
their
you
kids.
partying with your kids, man.
Like,
You know,
come
it's
on.
See, like I said, it depends on the household and how unhealthy they were raised and how healthy they're going to continue the cycle of
Yeah.
unhealthy fat
but
household.
it has to come a time where that revolving door has to stop.
Well, when? How?
That's what I'm saying.
What?
We are the prime example of making it stop, because we up here and we talking about it. We up here and we giving people what we went through and how things are going. Like, people are watching and listening. So at the end of the day, for those who don't know and for those who reminiscing, they hear us. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that's
Well,
true.
it
We the
starts
people-
somewhere.
we the
It has,
people that stop.
I guess this is where it starts. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like you said, it has to start somewhere.
And I hope by us talking the way we talking and stuff like that, we reaching somebody, even if it's one person. We good with that. We good with that. You understand what I'm saying to you? I just like showing the love. I like letting people know that if you call my phone, that's another thing. If my phone is that type of phone, I don't care what time, day or night. I pick it up and I answer it. I don't owe no bill collections 2 o'clock in the morning. So if you calling me 2 o'clock in the morning, that means nigga help me. That means
This is
help
SOS.
me. Right, it's a problem. You understand what I'm saying to you? I answer my phone and I always extend that to my family and my friends.
Yeah.
I'll pick up the phone. What we talking about? I got a cousin that like to talk when he drinking. I'll wake up and let him get 2 minutes of mine. That's it.
Yeah.
But
2
you know what
minutes.
hurt? You know what hurt deeply? When you can't pick up the phone
That's it.
and call
That's
someone.
it. That's what I'm leading to.
Or if you pick up the phone and do dial that number, nobody answering on the other end.
Never answer.
Never. They never answer. But we can go, let me tell you something, we can go on and on about that, because that right there, we continue this when we end it. You understand what I'm saying to you? So we're gonna end that part of the program with the family. Now we're gonna talk about relationship.
Oh. Oh, look at the time.
Take
I got to go.
another deep breath. Take
Take
another deep
another
breath.
deep breath.
I
As
got to
y'all,
go.
as y'all can see, I'm the only female in my crew, and I kick shit. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I was not going to miss out this opportunity, because I couldn't get one woman to step up and say, yo, let me go hold it down. And I'm all right with that, because that's why they call me the queen. I don't worry about that. You understand what I'm saying to you? So I was not going to miss the opportunity of having these brothers here on a panel with me to talk about, because everybody got their own input on how they feel in relationships. So I'm going to ask the questions.
No, once you start with yourself this time, and you be first this time and talk about this relationship.
Oh man, let me straighten my wig. I guess he straightened me out.
You know, the brothers talking.
Ladies first, right?
Okay, ladies first.
You queen.
Okay. Give it to him quick. We got it. Latifah. Anyway. Listen. Okay, like I said, we're going to talk about relationships. And one of the things that I was going to ask the fellas was, if you can change something in the relationships that the past or the present, what would you change? So what would I change in my past relationship and in my present relationship? I have to learn to fall back a little, because when you're an independent woman and you used to doing everything on your own, we all guilty of that don't know how to just sit back and let the man be the leader. I don't care how much money, you may be making more money than your significant other. I don't watch a couple of sisters that I know will dog they mate out because they ain't making that kind of money, but you pick that mate. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Wow.
So, right, exactly. So my thing is, I'm talking myself. What I would change, that I would like to change, is to learn how to fall back and listen. Not just with my ears, but with my eyes as well. You understand what I'm saying to you? And if I can apologize for anything that I have done wrong in my past or my present relationship, I can eat that. You understand what I'm saying to you? I'm woman enough to say, if somebody came to me and told me, Queen, I think we should have did that. Sometimes you got to see through other people's glasses too. You understand what I'm saying to you? Mm-hmm. You have to be able to sit back and say, yo, you know what? Maybe he right. Yo, maybe she was right. You understand what I'm saying to you? You just got to you got to figure it out without being so, I don't even know, yo. I just know. You understand what I'm saying?
My question to you, Queen, is like, how do you see a person, how do you read that red flag for the future? Like, you don't, because you know, anytime you get in a relationship, it's like everything's so peachy and creamy from the beginning, right? So how do you catch that red flag that you know that's going to affect you for the future?
Okay, my thing is this. If I come to my significant other and I tell them this is bothering me, and they constantly keep doing it, I'm not for them and they not for me. Because if you plan on being with me for the rest of your life, you got to protect my feelings. You got to take in consideration what hurts me. Like, I got to take in consideration what's bothering you. Now, if that person keep doing that, then guess what? You're going to have to shake your feet off, shake your hands off, wipe your feet off. You're going to have to keep on moving because that person ain't for you. You can't let nobody keep dogging you out. Just because this right here want it, you better get this to meet up with this, and you better get gone.
So then what you said is how you said all the time.
Right? There you go. And I always tell everybody, the good times is always good. But I tell people the bad times are the good times. Because it's always good to have a good time, but when them bad times come and your back is up against the wall, that's who you know who you gonna be with. Because a person will let you know. Ain't nobody gonna say your problems is your problem. Your problems is our fucking problems. Y'all gotta sit down at that table and y'all gotta come together. If that's who you planning on that journey with, you gotta make sure.
Communication.
There you go. Communication is the key. You have to. Like if somebody trying to date me, I don't know.
Regardless, excuse me. But I want to say, I just feel like regardless of what you don't like, I just feel like the way you communicate that would be something to talk about between you and your mate, and at a calm level, not at the level where her voice is like this or your voice is like this.
We can sing together, but we can't talk together.
And she feeling a certain kind of way. That way, and you all aggressive. Like a man being aggressive to a woman about something that they're doing wrong, I just feel like it only makes a woman turn their face. You understand what I'm saying? But sometimes when you know how to communicate, it makes people listen. She might want to listen to what you say, because she probably can't see what she's doing until somebody pointing it out, but not throwing it in her face to make her feel bad about it. You know what I mean? Talk to her to help her change about it. You know what I'm saying? Change the situation.
But she may not think she's doing anything wrong until you bring it to her attention.
But the way you bring it to her attention.
It's a way, yeah.
You know, babe, let's
Yeah.
talk about that situation, because I think, this is how we can probably fix this or make it better. And that's what I've been saying. to you know, a woman I date, like, let's talk about a situation to make it better, not to make it worse and keep bashing you about that situation.
That's not
We're
good.
never gonna get
You're
any.
never gonna get
Never
no
gonna
more.
get-
You know what I'm saying?
No,
How we gonna make it better? How we gonna move on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everything will work out, I just think, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I like to go back to something she said in the beginning. And Slugs, you right on point with that.
About it.
All right, because without communication, you can't have a relationship or any other kind of ship,
Shit.
friendship,
That's right.
a relationship, any kind of ship.
You see what Queen said? Not even the
Yeah.
shit we on.
Now I'm gonna go back to what she said about a man and woman and being a leader. The one thing we have to understand in a relationship, at least I'm talking from experience. The one thing we have to understand is when we first meet each other, we're conditioned to go after what a person looks and if they're attractive to another person. We don't know nothing about what trauma they have. We don't have nothing about their mental condition. We don't know nothing about their family. We know nothing about if they even have any illnesses that may transform if they try to create a family with this person. What I'm trying to say is, we go too fast into making a relationship with somebody we know nothing about. We don't know if that man is a real leader. First of all, are we going into a relationship to make something last? Or are we going into a relationship just to fuck?
These are friends, right? But that's the truth.
You know what I'm saying?
Bottom
Because
line.
think about it. Right now, we older people, you know, in relationships, whatever it is. But as we were growing up, and I made this same mistake, I take accountability for my actions. I made the same mistake. And you know, you young and you know, you're trying to get to know the girl or the guy, and y'all ain't caring about who they are, you know, whether they got, you know, their family life or nothing. All you worried about is trying to get with them for pleasure. Now, don't get me wrong, there may be people who are actually out there ready to jump into a long-term relationship, but this is where it gets complicated. Depending on the person and how they grew up, do they actually know how to be treated? Do the woman, let's talk about the woman. Does a woman know how to be treated if they grew up without a father in the house, or if they got an unhealthy household to begin with, and they growing up, and their mentality is like, well, they looking for a daddy figure, you know, a daddy figure to be involved with, instead of looking for a man to lead them. A lot of us are not in a good mind state to even be in a healthy relationship.
You ain't
You ain't lying.
So that's where we have to really start from. We have to start from the beginning. Because, now listen, if you out there and you just want to get to know somebody and be friends with benefits, I ain't mad at that. I ain't trying
Just state that.
It
Just
is
state
what it
that's
is.
what you're doing.
But state
That's what you
exactly.
want.
But
Yeah.
you know what? A lot of us don't
Nobody's
take
gonna
it.
come out like
Nah,
that.
you know why? Because a lot of us don't take accountability for our actions. So how the hell are we gonna be able to negotiate with each other in a noble fashion?
We get in. When you first start a relationship, you start a relationship for physical attraction. That's the first initiative thing.
And I think
when you
that
get
shouldn't
into
happen like
something
that.
with somebody. It'd be the physical attraction.
Yeah.
Now, the mental situation when two people talk about each other problem, nobody ain't talking about what they've been through or the bad part in their past.
they
Nobody
not.
ain't coming
Nobody.
off in a
No.
relationship
Nah,
talking about
because
something
it'll shut somebody away.
that'll turn that person off. Nobody ain't gonna keep it that real in the beginning. There's a lot of stuff you have to find out along the way.
Right.
Like y'all done talked about everything except for that, but then you in a relationship with this girl for 6-7 months, going on to a year, and you find out You know what I mean? Some shit over here that she
Yeah.
should have told you from the beginning, and you knew you wouldn't even mess with her if she would have told you that from the beginning.
Nah,
You understand what I'm saying?
I got a question off for that. See, the guy is always trying to get with the girl. Shouldn't that guy hold up before he pulls his pants down and see what the hell she's about?
Yep.
That's why I said it's
Yeah.
always the physical attraction when you
Yeah.
first meet a woman. You understand what I'm saying? Her ass is fat, excuse me, her butt is fat, she's pretty. She know me, yeah. A lot of men, and let me speak for myself too. We think what I think. We think what I think, and that's
Think
why we
with the
go out
wrong
to the
head.
party. That's why we go out to the party sometimes. And that's why when we meet somebody, we, you know what I mean, we get to wanting to groove, and you know what I
Yeah,
mean. So to basically be in a relationship, it's just something that happens. When we do get in a relationship, it just happened that way because guess what? The sex was good last night. You know what I'm saying? Our conversation is viable or whatever. So it happens like that. It's rare that two people sit down and speak about do they want to be with each other and why they want to be with each other.
But see, that's the
You understand what I'm
problem.
saying?
That's the
everything
problem.
Everything
That's-
groomed right into a
Yeah,
relationship.
but see, that's the problem
You know?
because we tend to confuse wanting to fuck the person with wanting to have a relationship with the person. That's two different things. So when you start fucking somebody and then you want to be,
This is grown folk talk, y'all.
Oh, well, okay, I'm
There shouldn't
sorry.
be no children
When you
on
wanna-
any of
when
them.
you want to have sex with somebody, just because of the representative being there for the first 3 months, you know, both of y'all representatives because y'all want to get to with each other, right? But a lot of people are being taught the wrong way. In order to start a healthy relationship, you gotta like court each other. You gotta get to know each other. And honestly, you gotta hold back. And it's hard for a lot of people because you know why? Because they are so stimulated by wanting to do the act. And not all of us.
Our best. We all put on our best.
Yeah.
For
Representation.
representation.
Yeah, but once y'all get what
Right.
once we get what we get, either way, man or woman, you know, that's where it fucks up. Because I'm sorry, I grew up with my moms and my pops in the same household, right? I was a child in a child's place. They never told me anything about how, you know, finance or anything. They took care of it and let us be kids. Now, as far as like growing up, I was looking at them as something I would like to, you know, strive for to be.
To be like,
You know what I'm saying? A
role model.
lot of people, I'll say a lot of us grew up in an unhealthy household, but when it comes to relationships, we just don't have the tools to make it what it should be. We just go jump into it, and then we find out about the person, and now we in a fucking relationship, and we don't like it because now this person is showing who she really is, and the guy's showing who he really is, and that's all it's about. It's not about like building. It's not about making that foundation to make that house you building strong. It's all about fucking.
Is it? My question is.
Hold on. I don't mean to cut near one of y'all. Because like I said, we can go on and on. But we sure pass our hour. You understand what I'm saying?
Word.
We can keep going, but like once again on a relationship tip,
Go ahead.
we tend to build the house from the top to the bottom instead of from laying down the foundation first.
And wonder why is
Why it collapsed? Why it collapsed?
Collapse.
The foundation wasn't strong because we built from the second floor down. You know what I'm saying? So when you're in a relationship, there's steps that you should take. Like you first said, courting. You know what I'm saying? Once you court that person, and you know you throw your bait out and you reel them in because you're courting them, then you got to get to know them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, you know, if you want to build something with them, you got to know what they're about.
Yeah.
You want to build a
First of
family.
all,
You want to build a family.
You know what y'all know what we doing? We courting them, but we ain't got no lawyer. It's real. Listen, you know what I'm saying to you? Listen. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. At the end of the day, just because I look good don't mean I got the finances that I'm telling you that I got. Just because she look good don't mean that she got the finances.
I ain't got no money.
You know what I'm saying?
I need
At the
help.
end of the day.
Well,
You know what I mean? We don't have, look, everybody representation is a front until you actually get into the
That's
know.
the first reputation is to get you in the door. It's
Right. Everybody start off with a good foot and a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's sad because we going through it and we gotta live through that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just feel like if you deal with a woman, you know she got a good job and I got a good job. It's something to build from.
yeah.
It's just something to build from. Like, even though I don't have as much as I say I had, she don't got as much as she said she had. Because she got a good job and I got a good job, and you want to deal with her, you could grow with that. It's something to start from.
Yeah.
Because you basically could actually communicate that, look, boo, let's get our credit right, and let's try to do this and do that. And then there's something to build from. So when what Wise said just a minute ago, that part of the building is from the bottom.
Yeah.
Getting your credit right, getting the house and all that, whatever. That's building from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do something out of the ordinary and going on trips and all that, and you ain't even pay your bills and all that shit. Like, that's coming from the top, and you know what I mean? Because everything going forward. If I go on a trip and I ain't pay my bills, we ain't got nothing right.
You got that letter on the door.
The lights might be off. Y'all coming back.
You know?
Oh,
Yeah.
So it's all a planning situation. So I mean,
But see-
Listen.
Listen. Sorry.
That go our hour.
Oh, damn.
I just want to say one
Chasing
last
us out of
thing.
here.
I say one last thing. And you know, sisters, y'all may be a little upset with me, but I have to say this to y'all. Stop being so hard on these men because they not making the same amount of money you are. You knew that before you said you wanted to be with that brother.
Girl, I want to say
You understand what I'm saying to you? I stop being so hard. Men need roses too. Men will need pampering too. You understand what I'm saying to you? And let me tell you another thing that pisses me off. It's all right. They don't like me any damn way. But I'm sure say it. You understand what I'm saying to you? The hello.
We gotta continue because I want to talk on that point with
Can I end the show?
Yes,
Okay.
go ahead. Damn.
So,
Next
and
time.
all that, next time. And all that happy wife, all that happy wife, happy life, that's bullshit. Anybody, both parties gotta be happy. Because I don't want to be with no man that ain't happy too. I'm going to tell you, not now, but right now. So all that happy wife, happy life, y'all ain't got to call me, y'all ain't got to text, you ain't got to watch this no more. I ain't with that shit. I'm going to tell you straight up and down. So with that being said, we're going to end this. I want to give a shout out one more time to my boy Rich for supplying us with our fly wear right here and everything like that. Support him. Raw culture. Next week when we show it off. Remember that? We here for you, brother. We here for you. Thank you, son. Exactly. Next week we're gonna be talking about black-owned businesses. I'm gonna call out a couple of people that I know right now. My daughter, she owns her own venue over here in Canarsie. It's called the White Room, where you can be able to do something big, nothing too big and nothing too small. We got another brother out here called He got a store over here on 529 Southern Avenue.
Yeah,
He got his clothing line up in there. He also got my brother Nick Guns out there that's doing his numbers. I'm proud of you. His clothing line is called True Lingo. He's also in the stores over there on Southern Avenue. That whole strip right there is a black-owned company. You got a young lady, I don't even know you, sweetie, but I had some of that ice cream that you make at homemade. I'm giving you your props. You know her personally?
Yeah.
What's her name, sir?
Yo, but I want to shout out my man Gotti. You know what I mean? Gotti Barbershop, he been down for 20 years and better. And I want to
You gotta get him on
shout
the
out.
show.
I want to shout out to Zoo Styles. She been doing her thing for 20 years
What
and
she
better.
do?
She do hair.
Okay.
She, you know what I mean? She's really a hair stylist.
Okay,
But
cool.
she,
When you get her
she
information,
design clothes and all of that and
when you
everything
go
too.
right, exactly.
You know?
And
Shout
you
out
got
to
it's a black-owned soul food spot right in the middle of right there on Sutter Avenue next to Earn. You go there, show these black-owned businesses some love out here. You understand what I'm saying to you? You want somebody to support. We ain't even got y'all on the show right now, but we just want to throw y'all right on out there to let y'all know. Come on over here to the Queen of Wines Lounge. And we ain't even got on your clothes. But we still out here showing y'all some love because y'all know that's what the Queen does. Why, you got somebody you want to shout
I'm
out?
good. I just want to shout out my man Mickey Bundles, media extraordinaire. You can catch him on the platform. You can catch him on YouTube. Mickey Bundles, Staircase Talk.
We coming for you, Nick.
Platforms.
Coming for you. So get it up here.
The Hip Hop Room. That's about it.
You got something?
Signing off.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, he good. So listen, with all that being said, love is love. Catch y'all next week. Same bad time. Same bad channel. We out.
We're ready.